Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Time for another episode of Who Should You Choose, the video series where I go through the prior videos, questions, and comments and help you with your HUT lineup decisions. So we are just about to end the fantasy hockey event, or the EVO event, one of my favorite ones every year. This one was a pretty big letdown. I think week 2 kind of saved it from being a complete disaster, but that was really the main focus over the last little while. I want to thank everyone that has subscribed and commented on these videos. They're really fun to do. If you want to get your question answered in the next video, make sure you are subscribed with notifications on so you get a shot to put your question in as fast as you possibly can, because I go in reverse order of whoever commented first. Also, you want to make sure, if a tip to get your question answered, if you are able to get in and just hit edit or type in a comment, and then you can come back and edit it later. That's what a lot of people do. But let's get into the questions here. LOL 15 says, got about 40 or so 30 plus cards for pretty cheap. Market seems down right now with Evo. Can you recommend a price point to wait to sell at, or should I make an MSP? Week 2 Evo will be out when you see this, or hold them. Man, it is awfully tough because I don't know how many cards you have. I think that Stützle is worth making if you have enough capital to do that. It's still going to cost you about 800K in value. In terms of a price point, 83s I believe are around 4,000, 4,500. It takes 3 to get 2, and they end up being around. I might be wrong on that. It might be like 5,000. I would, if you can't make an Evo card because you need such a huge amount of them, what I would do is wait until the next event, because the next event should be a really good one. Like, I would be stunned if this next event we get on Thursday or Friday, there's a Canadian holiday, which is throwing off the predictions on when the next event is going to happen. There is a chance that we're going to get a really, really good event. So I'd probably hold on if you can't make an Evo card. Pat Walsh says, bonjour, Sleeves. Thanks for all the videos. My free-to-play team right now says Barzal, McCann, Coyne, Ovechkin, Larkin, Teravainen, Marner, Kuznetsov, and Kaprizov, Kadri, Goudreau, and Rust. 300K to work with as well. Still debating on which Niedermeyer to take. I think it's the Anaheim one that I'd rather have. In terms of your team, you've got a really good squad, man. The only spot that I can see is probably upgrading Letang, so you need another right-handed defenseman. There just isn't any. That's the issue. There is not. There is a gigantic gap between that, that the budget cards, and then the spotlight Letang and Teppo Numminen and Murphy and all of that. So there's a need for those middle cards, and we just haven't had a lot of them. I've been using the 85 Chelios, and he's been pretty good, the HUT 23 version, and you might get away with him there. I mean, you have 300K to work with, so you could get a really good card. If you like Letang, you might be able to buy his Spotlight card for 100K or 120K. The Spotlight Master Set players are really falling in price. You also need a third-line center, in my opinion. You could get a cheap one in Anze Kopitar. I've really liked him. Or actually, if you really want to spend some coins, that Tage Thompson, even though he's going for 100K, I can't state enough how effective a 6'6" centerman that has unstoppable force is in this game. But he'd probably be your third line center. I'd probably have Larkin on the wing over him, but you've got some good X factors and players on the wing, so maybe not. But those would just be some options. Maze says, hi, hope all is good, and let's hope for some Evo players this week. I can make 3 Evo players if I basically use every card in my collection. As of now, I can make so I have 129 Evo collectibles. 112 I don't use my 86s and 87s, but I'm just going to make 2. Or should I say F it and make Stützle, Fowler, and Pavelski? If I'm just making 2, I'm thinking of making Pavelski and Fowler. I have roughly 310,000 coins. Now I have below 10K left. I bought so many 83s and 84s. Okay, right off the rip, I would not make or buy Pavelski unless Pavelski is going at a crazy price point, like 600K and under. I would not get Pavelski. Here is why. He will hit 99. There's a chance he gets hurt and he doesn't, but he is old. But he looks like he is going to do what he normally does, and he will hit 99. The issue is that he is not an effective card in this game until he hits 99, because his skating is so bad that it only goes up by 0.5 for every goal he scores, that he would have to hit the very high 90s to see a speed jump, and by the time that happens, when he hits 99, he's statted basically to hit 99 in late March and April. And at that point, you're going to be able to get team of the year, team of the season cards like Matthews and McDavid and things like that. Like there's just way better cards at that point. So you're putting a lot of risk for a card that more than likely will just not be all that great for you. Big Tipper and Total Eclipse should be an extremely effective combo in this game, but you don't need it. There is no way to quantify what it actually does, if it improves anything. And if you've watched my Twitch streams, you know I love tip shots this year. They're extremely satisfying to pull off. You can do it without anyone that needs that. I would go Stützle and Fowler. I think Fowler he's a mix between safe and scary in the sense that if he doesn't go up at all, he's a 6'2", 90 overall speed skating defenseman that you could just use. He hasn't had more than 60 games in like 5 years, and he doesn't score a lot of goals. However, if he scores even 2 goals, that card is going to go up for just an insane price. Right now, I bought him for $600K just because, again, I think he's safe. You can use him right now, and he's a fine left-handed defenseman. Stützle is what this event is about. I said this before in my Evo video. Stützle is the exciting player to watch and follow along with. He's good. He should hit 99. He's got a good ability and elite edges. Good statted player. I would make Stützle and Fowler if you're going to make 2. I want to replace Spotlight, McCann, Evo, and even Newman in, so any recommendations would be helpful. Currently, I have Gladiator, Light the Limit, Fly the Zone as well. This is my team. Sundin is extremely underrated. Man, I don't know if Sundin's ever extremely underrated. He's such a good card. He's just impossible to find or stupid expensive. Quick note, I have no ambitions on making any Hut Champs cards, unless Chero, the X-Shark legend John Scott gets one. Edit, I want to make Pavelski and Fowler Evo cards. Okay, well, if you want to make those, you want to make those. In terms of replacing McCann, you have to wait for the next event. There is no, like, the only card better than him you have, and that's Jokinen. That's center. There's really no one better. Like, he, again, a big player that has a good face-off rating and unstoppable force is just so effective. So I would just wait for the next event. Yossi, I would hold on to. Oh, you have base Yossi. I was going to say, I don't know if it was X Factor or not because you have a 5 billion coin team. You're looking for a right-handed defense or left-handed defenseman. Fowler goes there. Bang. There you go. Jacob says, I love the videos, man. Thoughts on where to go with my team? I'm free to play is Barzal and Poulin and Matthews, Goudreau, McCann, and Zumwinkle. What a name. Solani, Stamkos, Huberto. You need another big righty. Makar, Yossi, Ekblad. There isn't a lot of non-X Factor, like non-X Factor cards maybe like Stamkos. You know, like there isn't a ton of non-X Factor or Master Set cards that are right-handed wingers. There's a lot of them, but there is not a lot of good ones that I would want to spend my coins on right now. I'm trying to think of my free-to-play team, but my free-to-play team has Stamkos, Pasternak, and Barzal, all X Factors. I'd wait to the next event, man. But I would definitely want a right-handed winger for sure. Or you can move Stamkos to the wing, and you know who's really good? That 86 Medano, the Hut 23 or whatever it is. That Medano card, you might be able to play at center and move him over. I would not continue upgrading Huberto unless you really like Huberto. You're going to be kind of let down if you keep going with him. Ryby says, hey, slaves love the videos, especially the new gameplay ones you're doing where you help where you do commentary about what you're thinking and trying to do. They're a big help. I appreciate that, man. Anyways, I've been saving for the Evo since launch and have enough cards to make 72 collectibles. Wanted to know what the play is. Do I grind out another 8 and make Stützle and Fowler, or do I make one of them and hold on to the next event? I'm worried about Fowler being Pionk from last year and just taking forever to get goals. I'm weak on left-handed wingers and left-handed D-man. Well, Stützle, you're weak on left-handed wingers and D-man. That's Stützle and Fowler, but obviously you need some goals from them. I mean, in terms of wingers, I really like Larkin. Like, you could get the Play of the Year Larkin, or just just the base Larkin. I've been loving that card. There's some Kucherov cards that are out that are kind of interesting. That Medano, man, I'm going to say this a lot today. That Medano is like 60K. He's got 90 speed and acceleration, a good shot. Like, that's probably where I would go if you're looking for that middle range. I would personally make Stützle if you have enough collectibles. And what I would do is make Stützle and shoot your shot for... No, I can't recommend that. You could shoot your shot for Dahlin But if you don't get Darlene, it's kind of, there's a lot of mediocre options, and I don't want anyone that's free to play or anything like that to waste 600K. You could get another 8 and get both of them. Although Fowler is going for less than 800K. You could buy him. You might be able to sell all of your stuff that you would use to make Fowler and buy Fowler right now. I think he's a good buy under 700K. I do, guys. So hard to make coins of late. First few weeks made 400K. Last week only 100. It's because so I mean, Colin talks about it here a little bit. We're dealing with a kind of interesting launch event where you got 2 free master sets essentially, because you got the free 88 choice pack and then you got enough collectibles from just playing the game and objectives to get another free master set. So no one was buying up cards to make master set players because you got 2 for free. And then you got the free 88 Teravainen, which, again, this is like the only great thing that EA has done, in my opinion. I think content has been pretty strong because the game has been a disaster so far. But you got that. And then the EVO event, or the Fantasy Hockey event, it is only meant for the Hut Rich, or the people that have, or the free-to-play players that have literally been preparing for it since launch, because it's just such a high price point to get in. So you're left in this like flux of everyone having more coins than they've ever had in an NHL video game because of the new objective system, where everyone is getting 5,000 coins for every 100 goals. Again, I don't think people realize how many coins you're getting as opposed to the old system where you grind out 500 wins and get a jumbo ultimate pack or whatever it was. You're not getting those anymore, but you're getting coins for like literally everything you do. I just logged on my free-to-play team. I played 1 game of Hut Rush and I got 10,000 coins from an objective. Like, there's so many coins in the market, and there just isn't a lot of high-end cards yet. There's so many middle cards. Like, I hate buying Prime Times and Team of the Weeks because I've said this before. They're like used cars. The second you drive them off the lot and you pack them, they fall in value, except for the meta ones like Tage Thompson, for example. And so there's no cards to want to go after. The master sets you could get for free, or they're Evo cards. So I would just hold on, just wait. When over the next like 4 weeks, you're gonna get a lot more traditional events in a Hockey Ultimate Team, and there's gonna be really easy ways to make coins. The easiest way I've seen so far, guys, is the base icons. Go to the base icons, find them for under 3,000 coins when people put up the old base icons, and people are still buying them for like 4K to try and make Gretzky and Ovi. So. All right, I can't pronounce your name. He says, hello, sleeves. I pulled an X Factor McDavid from Gold Player set. Wow, let's go. That's huge. I still don't have X Factor McDavid on my God Squad. My free-to-play lineup is Stamkos, McCann, and McDavid, Pasta, Zegras, Goudreau, Barzal, O'Reilly, Kuznetsov, Eichel, Bergeron, Hughes. Well, who should I target before me? My main issue for me is Zegras with low face-off on a center. I have 120K right now. Yeah, Zegras as a center you probably don't want. You would move him to like the third line, or I'd probably move him to the third line, and then you're looking for another centerman option. I like the 85 Kopitar. I've said that quite a bit. Or again, like I've said before, that 86 Medano I believe has decent faceoffs as well. That's in that 60K range. Tage Thompson has been awesome for me, but he's got low faceoffs. Watch my faceoff video, and your faceoff rating won't matter. That would be my honest one. Outside of that, I'd probably wait for the next event and see what the next centerman option is. Hey, slaves, love the content. Good work. Here's my team. He's got McKinnon, Jokic, and Kachuk. Oh, this is a God Squad. Kucherov, Larkin, Raymond. Oh, okay, never mind. It falls apart after that. Or it comes down a little bit after that. Got some gold players for collectibles. You got a lot of you got a lot of team builders. Respect that. Man, we need some stronger centerman options. It's the same situation. Like, I would try and find a right-handed winger for sure. Like, even out of these ones, I would upgrade McCann to 88 and put him at center, move Larkin over here, get rid of Goudreau, find another right-handed winger. Like, you could just buy base bars out. I'd rather have him. Your defense is fine. Hey, slaves, appreciate the content so far at NHL 23. It's been a big help per usual. Here's my team. I have 550K, and I'm free to play. I'm wondering what cards you think I should go after and how I should best use my coins. It's pretty disappointed with the EVO event, so I don't think I'm going to build one. I respect that. Pasta, Zegras, McDavid, Larkin, Poulin, Barzal, Lindholm. I'd start working on your third line. I would try and find a centerman. Again, same situation. There just isn't very many good ones. 85 Kopitar is cheap. I would start with him. And then you would need another righty. You need another impact like righty. That's pretty quick. if you can do the X Factor choice packs or something like that, like look for Barzal's X Factor or Stamkos. Base Stamkos even would be better over here than that. Your defense, look for another right-handed defenseman next. You could go with the 86 Fox. He's pretty cheap. I don't mind him. That 84 Mike Green is really good too. The I think he's 84, 83 overall. The Hut 23 item. I like that card. All right, guys, that is going to do it for this episode of Who Should You Choose? Thank you guys again for watching, and make sure you subscribe and like the video for your best shot at getting your question answered in the next episode. I'll see you guys next time. Have a good one.